This thing finally set fruit for me, I think. I thought it needed a different pollinator, but it was self-fertile this time, I think. I don't know what variety it is, but yeah, I'm just doing a quick update. It's been raining a lot, so I haven't really had to be out in the yard too much, keeping track of things. Um, but, oh, I got a spider that just fell out of the sky on me. See him dangling there? Um, but yeah, lots of activity going on out here. It looks like I'm walking into so many spider webs. I gotta get the stick out and remove them. Looks like we had a worm get in on this. Let's see if we can find him real quick while I'm looking. There he is. Keep it, as much as you keep an eye out on these things, you can't find them all. But they just do a lot of damage. Like the little tiny ones, and you can't see them, but when they first start, let's see, there's probably another one on here. I'll have to come out and check all the plants again, but I don't really worry about them too much on the like these ones will be fine, but the real problem is we come over here and look at all the little seedlings over here, is when they're super tiny. Like, you know, every branch that comes out matters because they're just growing. So I have to check these little ones a lot, and you can kind of tell that there's worms on them because they like eat the first like layer of the leaf, but not all the way through. I think there was a frog in there. I don't know what the heck that was, but just like lift them up and look under. I'm not sure what kind of worms they are, but I think they're like a moth larva. But yeah, all the little seedlings over here, I have to keep checking. But I'm just gonna go over and over some new additions. I got a grafted squat Garcinia from Adam at Flying Fox Fruits, and it's pushing out some new growth for me for the first time since I had it, so it's doing very well. I have also a grafted Baton Batuba I got from him, and I've got this Coronata 2 from John Travis, which is a grafted tree as well. Also picked up a seedling dwarf Grimmichama. This is the Eugenia Itaguahiensis. And then I also got a grafted Paulista from Adam at Flying Fox Fruits. So those are kind of the newest additions. And everything else seems to be growing pretty well. I potted up a lot of these, was it the Macrophylla doaker Garcinias? So they're starting to push out new leaves. I got these like tall pots because I ordered a bunch of, if anyone saw on the forum, Ruiz advertised a bunch of different like Luke's Garcinia varieties. So I bought a bunch of seeds from him, and we're gonna pot them up in here. I got some over there too. I'm gonna try the tall pots because they have a long tap root and they don't grow too fast, so they can probably stay in those for a while, and I'll hopefully have some land to plant them out by then. Keeping an eye out. The market's not really super great right now, but hopefully the prices go down soon. Yeah, pretty much all the Jabos are combating the horde of worms, but also growing very fast. So here's my grafted anomaly here. It's looking pretty good. Some of the leaves look kind of funky, but more of the growth coming out looks good than not, so I'm not worried about it. Just kind of scanning to see if anything's going here. Yeah, like a worm was eating on my yeah, look at this too. Just there's a little terrorist right there. I'm gonna get him. Geez, didn't mean to squish him like that, but okay. But yeah, they're eating everything. I have to wash my hands. Let's see. And then this Trunciflora here looks terrible. I'm not really sure what happened to it, but I'm not too I mean, I'm worried about it, but I'm not too worried about it because there's a whole bunch of new growth popping out, pretty much all over it. It's like flushing a whole bunch of new branches. I wonder if it just got too hot for it or too dry. Because when I potted it up, maybe the perhaps the center bit where the root ball was at dried out and I didn't notice. Then it started raining a lot and it's coming back. Yeah, not really sure, but it's doing okay. They're pretty strong trees. Other new things, my walking into a spider web again. Other new thing is, I think I've showed this before, but my miracle fruit had been flowering and it's actually setting fruit now. Trying to see if there's like a big one. I know I saw a big one on here that may be falling off, but yeah, I grew these from seed. So these are from Fruit and Spice Park in Miami. I know I saw a fat one on here. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Whoop. There you go. So they are setting fruit and staying put. So we'll get to eat those with some sour fruits here soon. Man, this Malabar spinach is going crazy, and I'm gonna have to take that out. Let's see what else. Cambucas are looking good. We'll check to see if any worms are getting on the jabos over here. I don't see any worm damage. Looking. But these are all the Vilela collection jabos over here that I had in the little grow light inside, and they're all doing pretty good. Most of these are Truncifloras. Doesn't look like the worms that found them over here. There's also some Pico de Mels. The other thing that I've noticed is the there's a jumping spider in there. Cool. The other thing I've noticed is the Plenia salticolas. They like died back, didn't do very well, and then they popped back when it started raining, which is kind of crazy. At least like two out of 3 of the seeds I have popped back. We'll see if this one comes back. But that actually looks better than it did before. So maybe they just need a couple tries to get started, like some of the Eugenias and Plenias do that. Like they'll pop up, die back, and then pop up, and then keep doing that over and over until they're kind of ready to actually grow. These Eugenia Raponda blacks are all doing really fantastic. I've also got a Grimmichama seedling from the one up front. These are Eugenia Caporas, and they just grew up so lanky. I'm trying to, you see how it's kind of grown up from this little thing here. I don't know if I need to put soil on top of that or not. Hopefully it we might bury this a little bit. I'm sure it can root out from that if I do that. This one is doing okay. Looks like it has a little bit of fungal activity on it, but this one's also doing okay in terms of structure. They're all doing fine. They're just like super lanky. Maybe I didn't bury the seed enough. Let's see. Anything else interesting? What was a pepper right there? I got to clean all this up. I started cleaning it up, and then we started getting rain almost every single day, and it's just kind of caused dirt and debris to kind of wash around. So I got to, maybe today if it doesn't rain. I'm not too sure about that, but once it stops raining, I can sweep up and get a lot of this out. Let's go out here. We had a crazy flush of fruit on the Barbados cherry. Squirrels and birds have been eating them, which is fine. But I've been having to come out here and cut back a lot of the growth. Definitely don't want it to get out of hand. Trying to promote more of the butterfly friendly plants than things that don't really provide too much. I don't really want a lot of grass, just more flowers equal more better. Not really putting too much thought into it, but here's the Guaibiju. that had some variegation on it, and it looked like it grew out of it, so it must have been a deficiency. It looks like it's got a little bit of burn. This is definitely like burn from the sun, probably from getting wet and then the sun shining on it. See, this is like a cat's paw plant. I might need to prune it back. It's getting a little crazy. It's like cascading over. There's a Eugenia anthropophaga in there, like right there, the banana hinga, Batanga banana hinga. The Kwai-muck is looking pretty dang good. It's going to be a huge tree, so we'll have to keep that one under control. I came back in here and pulled out a lot of the kind of busy weeds, I guess is what you can call it. Just the only thing I really want growing in here is like the sunshine mimosa, just as a ground cover. So trying to keep the grass out as much as possible. But the Sabra is doing pretty good. We got a lot of peeling bark down there. I'm not seeing any flower action, but I don't know, it's probably big enough to actually start doing that. I think it's just, I don't know. The countdown starts now, I think, for it to start fruiting for me. It's probably 5 years old by now. I want to say 4 or 5 years old, at least. So hopefully it being in the full sun will help accelerate it now that it's acclimated. Let's see. We got this little pink blueberry is right there next to my. There's a. Oh, let's get this weed out of here. This is the Plinia oblongata. It's pushing out a whole bunch of new growth. It's got a nice, pretty, like amber, brownish, bronzy color growth. Looks like it's taken to the full sun pretty well. Achacha, it's got its new growth out. Looks like it's getting a little burnt from the sun, but I think that's pretty normal for the Garcinias until they get a lot bigger. Like they really don't look good in the full sun, but I think they actually do well in it. And then coming around, the Luke's Garcinia in the ground here, they got torn up by the hurricanes last year. It's been about a year in the ground now. It is pushing out some new growth. How about that? So we're all good there. It's always a good sign. The Bacteries I have in the ground here, this one kind of pushed out a little bit of new growth. It looks like it tried before, and that's what that is, and I think it's gonna push out a new set of leaves. There's another one right here that's not doing too much. I'm kind of keeping them covered in the weeds to help with the heat and sunlight. My lemon drop here that had the root ball fall apart is starting to figure out how to make leaves again. Yeah, they always do this. I think this might be insect damage to an extent, because some of the leaves look fine and some of them don't. So to me, that's less of a deficiency. Maybe damage from the sun here. Looking at that might be a lot to do with it, because this one's kind of shaded out a bit. So I don't think it's like a nutrient deficiency. I think it's just got to grow out of this kind of state. And one thing I've been doing too, which seems to help a lot. I gotta pull these dang vines off the trees. One thing I've been doing that seems to help a lot is anytime like a tree falls down and people chop their logs up, I actually like to put the logs around the base of the tree. And ever since I've been doing that, the trees that have the logs next to them seem to be a little happier. I'm not sure why that is, but it could just be a coincidence. But another thing that I noticed me walking by here is I pruned the heck up out of this Dovialis hybrid. Did a quick video on it, but it looks pretty good now. Ooh, it's starting to rain. Now we can actually walk under it. There's a lot more space. I get some better airflow for these plants. You can actually see the dang orange sherbet starting to tip over from the weight of these mangoes. I might prop that up with a stake or something. But these should be ripe soon. This one right here, I've never picked an orange sherbet before, but I'm told that once they start changing color, like from this like light green to a yellowish, you can pick them and let them ripen up on the counter. I'm gonna have to do that because if I don't get them, the squirrels are gonna get them. So ripening up on the tree is not a great idea, and even then they'll probably get their claws on them. I got some Eugenia rapundas in here that are smaller than the ones in the pot, but that usually means they're working on their roots, right? I'm not worried about it, but they're alive and doing good. What else? How's this vanilla plant doing? The vanilla is just not recovering from getting thrashed from the hurricane last year, so I might need to get another one. We might clip this to see if I can root it and save it, like some moss or something. I got a lot of turmeric popping up. I forgot I planted it in there. A lot of this shampoo ginger too. It's really pretty. Provides a lot of shade. There's some, I think those are the flowers down there. Yeah, this pineapple's getting ready over here too. I'm sure a possum will get it before I do. My rainforest plum, it's just starting to kick off. Let's see. I'm gonna speed this up because it is raining. Oh yeah, the Otto Anderson Coronata. I can't remember which one that is. Beep boop, beep boop. It's Otto Anderson Coronata variety down there. I put it in the ground, it's taken off. Let's see. Ross Sapote, that was directly sown there, doing good. Peanut butter fruit, doing good. White Javo, doing good. The scarlet here is starting to push out a bunch of new growth. You can see it back there. It looked kind of poor for a bit, but it got hit by aphids and messed it up. Oh, here comes the rain. Let's see. These imbes are starting to push out a whole bunch of new growth. This little one here is doing great. I have to find, here's the other one that's not dying, but not doing anything either. Let's see if it pops up out of the ground. This freaking passion fruit is just getting out of control. I've been trying to wait for it to finish fruiting. I've been getting a lot of fruit off of it, but I'm taking it out. And but it's so crazy right now that it's just taking over everything. I like pruned it back pretty hard over here, and I'm trying to wait until all the fruit drops to take it out, but we might have to do something about that because it is not cooperating at all. You can see it's all the way over here. There's some fruit in there, but it's impossible to get to the fruit now because it's all the way back in there, and I don't want to go back in there because there's carpenter ants under all the mulch, and they're gonna get me, and I don't want to get got. So I'll give it maybe another week before I start chopping it back. You can see it's all in my star fruit. I actually cut some of these branches so that it would stop growing. But yeah, it's too crazy in there. Here's the this is the ice cream bean, the Spectabilis. I think English Spectabilis. It's doing fantastic. It's finally pushed out some really nice looking leaves. But let's see, some native plants in here. Let's take a look at our lemon drop over here. Still no flowers on this thing. It is a seedling, so it's probably got another couple more years before it does. But let's just take a closer look because it might surprise you. But I am not seeing any, so try again next year. And then our seashore mangosteens popping off, lots of new growth. These are probably the best looking mangosteens that I have in terms of Like if I had just grown them in the ground, they probably would have been a lot better off. I don't have much space, so I had to figure out where I wanted to put them. I wasn't sure how hardy they were either whenever I planted the seeds, but every single one of them has survived. Every seed I had germinated and turned into a plant. There's two more in the pots over there. Not sure what I'm going to do with those yet, but yeah, they do need a male and female. So I planted 3 here. So statistically, I should get 1 of each. But reality is I'm probably going to get all males. So fingers crossed. But they've taken the cold, they take the heat, they take the sun. They do great right here. They take the drought. Yeah. Let's see, mulberry right here is still doing good. I'm kind of hoping back here to, like, whenever everything kind of grows up, because this is like an easement, and got to pretty much keep it clear so the water can flow through. But I'm kind of envisioning like a canopy like coming up over here and shading it out, kind of into the back, and kind of like, you know, everything up on the hill here kind of going up over everything over here. So we're kind of working towards that. And oh man, my looks like some probably swallowtail butterfly larva found my pumelo seedling here. I'm sure it'll come back from that. But I've planted a monstera here. Let's see. We've got some blooms on the black sapote. It's done this before, but it's never set fruit for me. I don't know if they're male or female flowers. It is a grafted tree, so I assume it's capable of setting fruit on its own. We'll see if we get any this year. Let's see. There's ice cream bean there. The wampy there is doing good. That's a yellow wampy. We didn't get avocados again this year. I think it was too hot and dry early on, and they set some fruit and they all dropped off. I don't water back here, or I don't have irrigation. I will run the hose if everything starts looking really, really bad, but I don't really do it more than it needs to just stay alive. I'll probably end it over on this side of the house. So we got some wax bamboos. These are, I think this one's almost ripe. You kind of, I don't know for sure when they're ripe, but reading online, apparently you gotta wait till the little butt here kind of becomes concave. So I think it's got a little bit more to go. Definitely have a couple of them on here to have trial and error on when to pick them. So I think that's right. Like, I might be able to pick it now, but I don't think it's quite there yet. Here's the other seashore mangosteens popping off. The mangosteens kind of tend to do this thing where they like droop over too, which is kind of funny. This one's doing really good. It looks like just a beautiful tree. But here, since it's raining, let's wrap it up. But I'll show. The pigeon peas are coming back over here, which is nice. Again, this year, this Pitanga tuba is, you know, just fantastic at surviving the weather. It flowers profusely, looks good, even though it's in full sun, getting burnt up. But it's actually looking better this year than it did last year. But it's not setting fruit, so I'm hoping this is going to be a tasty one. This Eugenia piriformis here is coming back from a twig. Strawberry guava, ooh, it's flowering again. Look at that. We got some fruit set on it. I haven't tried the fruit off this tree yet. And then kind of to end it, we do have Pitanga tubas on this Pitanga tuba though. I've probably gotten 3 or 4 fruit off of it already this year. We got another 2 that I can see, and I'm sure there's more to come. But yeah, the front yard's doing pretty good. I'm gonna graft sweet tart onto this guy, but see our jackfruit's doing good over there. A lot of this stuff is growing up. This is all cranberry hibiscus. But Phaeoa in there is going crazy. Yeah, so everything's still growing, and I'm gonna call it here before it starts getting crazy. So Y'all take care.